Lumos. Hi, and welcome to the Portkey Adventures. I'm Gita, and today we're going to be talking about whether or not we should worry about Wizards Unite. So I'm sure to a lot of you this is very unexpected. All you've heard from me is all of my excitement for this game. But today we're going to be talking about all the different ways Niantic could screw this up. So let's talk about Pokemon Go. Upon release, Pokemon Go actually disappointed a lot of fans, and only about half of the fans that played the original main series games enjoyed Pokemon Go enough to stick with it, if that. Why is that? It's because they changed so much about it. So at the beginning, I think it was a few of the smaller things that bothered people, like the throw mechanics, how you caught Pokemon, how Pokemon were leveled up, and the fact that when you went into gyms, there were no abilities. It's just tap and go. Kind of similar to Hogwarts Mystery, but not quite that bad. There were still some fun mechanics in the gyms, but the main thing that everybody loves about Pokemon Go and their battle system is the fact that different types of moves and different abilities do different things in the game. So how could this translate over to Wizards Unite? What if whatever kind of battle system we have in Wizards Unite doesn't have any kind of abilities behind the spells? What if I cast Expelliarmus and it just does damage to my opponent instead of making them unable to play for however long because they have to go grab their wand? Don't even get me started on Lumos. I really would hate to be able to cast Lumos and have that damage somebody else, because that's not what that spell does at all. After Pokemon Go dropped and they finally introduced legendaries and shinies to the game, these were actually not as rare as they were in the original games. For example, in the original games, you could only get one legendary and you only had a very small chance of catching that legendary. Versus in Pokemon Go, you can just pay to keep battling and battling and battling, and this is sort of the pay to win aspect that some people really dislike about Pokemon Go. But besides that, the fact that legendaries are not rare at all kind of takes away from their value and how fun they are to find and how fun they are in general. Similar to legendaries, shinies are just awfully common. And in the main series games, finding a shiny was extremely rare. I think at first it was 1 in 8,000 or so Pokemon, and now they've dropped it down to make it a little bit less rare, but still, in Pokemon Go, every single month we have a day where those shiny rates are increased, and most of us leave with more than one of each shiny variant. Not just one shiny in the whole game, but a shiny of each Pokemon as we go along. So the rarity and the special part of these aspects of the original games have kind of lost their value in Pokemon Go. So recently I've been worried about the same thing happening for Wizards Unite. The last thing I would want is to be able to go get 50 invisibility cloaks. You know, that's supposed to be really rare to have an invisibility cloak. I don't want there to be tons and tons of resurrection stones. I don't want there to be tons of Felix Felicis. I don't want to be able to make Felix Felicis easily. That one was hard to say over and over. But you guys get my point. I don't want the things that are special, that make things feel really unique and make you feel awesome and special for finding it. I don't want those things to be exploited by Niantic. I don't want them to be another way for them to cash grab. So to me, they don't cash grab a lot, but to others, Niantic is a big cash grab company. Now, I'm just gonna touch on this really quick because I really don't want to go on a long rant. Hogwarts Mystery was a flop for many reasons, but the biggest thing that I don't want to translate over is the constant breaking of canon. Hogwarts Mystery infuriates me almost on the daily to this day because of all the updates that I see on my Twitter feed from the other WooTubers. And that would be really disappointing if Wizards Unite went along the same path and they just decided to have their own creative liberty on whatever they want, because that's not what this is all about. At least I hope not. If they do break canon enough, I don't think I will play Wizards Unite either. Despite how much I love Pokemon Go, I'm not sure if I could push past that. So exactly 1 year ago from yesterday was the official announcement of Harry Potter Wizards Unite. And sadly, we have not gotten any kind of updates since that initial announcement. What am I thinking is going to happen now? Well, a few months ago there was a leak, and it was posted in a catalog that sold different types of merchandise. It was posted in this catalog that Wizards Unite will release in March 2019. When I first saw this information, I questioned it, I didn't believe it, and I think that was because I didn't want to believe it. But if I had dug deeper in my mind, and if I'd really thought about it, I would have realized this company has, first of all, no reason to post that kind of information or have it there, and second of all, why would they be interested in Wizards Unite at all? So the fact that they posted that, and there really should be no reason behind them posting that, I think it's real. I think we will get this game in March. I think we will potentially get the beta around New Year's, maybe the beginning of January, and if things go well, maybe March 20th? I don't know, that just kind of popped in my head, so we'll see. What I do know is whenever we finally get Wizards Unite, it's going to be a really, really random draw. For both Pokemon Go and for Ingress Prime, they both did a slight, small advertisement for the game a couple days before, and then bam, just out of nowhere. It's not like the announcements said that they were going to drop the game. They were just random, like that. So let's talk about Codename Neon. This is a project that Niantic has been working on for a while, and they recently beta tested it in Japan, I believe. They let players play it, and it looked like they were having a lot of fun. I could definitely see this being a really fun laser tag kind of game, but what worries me is if they plan on translating this over to Wizards Unite. If this, I'm gonna throw up the graphics, I'm gonna throw up the video right now so you can go ahead and watch while I'm talking. If this is the ideal way of spellcasting that Niantic is working on, I'm not excited because this looks just like spells don't have abilities. It just looks like cool shooting spells, but there's nothing behind it other than it taking damage points from you. I really, really, really want our spells to have something meaningful behind them and not just words that cast out different colored pellets. I don't even know how to say this. I really, really hope that this is not Niantic's implementation of magic for Wizards Unite, and I hope that they try to push themselves a little bit further to make sure that the spells that we're casting have some sort of ability behind them, some sort of meaning behind them. The last thing I would want is to be able to just tap my phone and have whatever spell come out and just have it damage the other person in small little fractions of points like we have in Pokemon Go. To be honest, that would be a huge, huge, huge letdown, and I don't think I could forgive Niantic for doing that. I don't want this game until abilities are added to Pokemon Go, because to me that means that we have a little bit of hope when it comes to spellcasting. I also really would love for Niantic to fix the rural player problem for Wizards Unite. In Pokemon Go and in Ingress, rural players have a very, very different playing field from those in the city, and depending on what you're playing, it could be a disadvantage or an advantage. I would love for them to take care of any kind of want or need to spoof ahead of time and to give rural players a fair playing ground from the start. If you guys want to hear more of my thoughts on this, I was recently in a podcast that the WooTubers and I started. It's called The Order. I'm going to link it down below in the description. In episode number 2, we talk about rural play. I am in the first 3. This third one is going to be this Sunday, so make sure to come check us out live. We'll be going live at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so if you want to jump in, if you want to say hey to me, I will be watching the chat as we're talking, so I'll try to say hey to you if I see you. If you want to hear my thoughts on role playing and some of my awesome ideas on how Niantic can improve it for Wizards Unite, go check out that podcast because I have some awesome ideas in that. Alright, let's talk about the last thing that worries me about this. Warner Brothers has never really pushed out an awesome Harry Potter game for us before. If you look back at all of the previous games that they've released, it's pretty much just you playing Harry's storyline as Harry. nothing new, nothing amazing. It's fun if you really like Harry Potter and enjoy the storyline. I definitely had fun playing them, but I would not want the same thing again. I would not want them to take an original storyline and place a new skin over it and just call it a day. So Warner Brothers' original Harry Potter games were definitely fun to play, but they lacked a lot of originality and new parts to the story that we all wanted. And I feel like a lot of the Harry Potter fan base has been waiting for an RPG style, like MMO RPG style game where we can just be ourselves within the wizarding world and not just go through basic stories that seem very repetitive to Harry's and Hogwarts Mystery, but original things that we get to just create and decide on our own, and just give us the wizarding world, give us the tools to do what we want, and let us roam around and create our own stories. That's really what we want, and Warner Brothers has never given us this. We have Hogwarts Mystery, we'll be getting Wizards Unite. There is a rumor of a Harry Potter game being made by the creators of Animal Crossing, so we'll see. I doubt that's going to be what we want. I think it's going to be on mobile. And then there was a leaked RPG that looks awesome, but it's also based around Hogwarts again. And this time we start in the 5th year. If you want to figure out more about that, I'll link some of the other WooTubers videos down below on that leaked RPG, since I didn't do a video on it myself. It's really, really cool looking, it's interesting, it looks really well made. But we're not sure if it's Warner Brothers. It seems like it is, since everybody's videos were flagged by Warner Brothers. But it could be somebody else. It could be fake. Who knows? It would be nice if it was Warner Brothers and Portkey Games, but who knows? Portkey Games did say when they first dropped the label, they said that they were going to make mobile games and console games. We have yet to get any announcement of any console games. So I think this will likely be the first one. And I think they will likely throw any Fantastic Beasts games that they release under the Portkey Games label, but time will tell on that one. So I feel like I've already told you all my hopes for this game. Do I expect it to be what I want? At first, no. Because Pokemon Go wasn't the best at first, Ingress Prime just dropped, and there's a lot of complaints with that, and all of them are hoping for some quick updates to help. So do I think that Wizards Unite is going to be amazing on the day that it drops? Realistically, no. Most games have glitches. That's kind of part of playing games, and especially mobile games. They're going to have glitches. They're not going to be perfect upon drop. But I feel like with feedback from all of us, we could get the game that we want as far as an AR concept, Harry Potter styled game. I have a lot more thoughts on this, but I don't want to keep rambling on for hours and hours. So let me know your thoughts down below. What are you most worried about that Niantic could screw up for Wizards Unite? And what are you most excited about? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. I always comment back. I really love talking to you guys and running a conversation in the comments. So yeah, just reach out. I don't bite. Alright, until next time, I think you guys already know what to do, but just in case, make sure to use your magic wisely and keep an eye out for Dementors. Nox. Alright, so starting today, I'm going to start a Wizard's Chess game with you guys. So, how we're going to play this. The first person to comment which piece to move and where to move it to is going to get to move the piece. I don't want to have any influence over which piece gets moved because I could choose one that will help me out. So, first come, first serve. If you want to play, join that notification squad. So, since I'm going to go first, I will be white. I am going to move my knight right here. Let's just call these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I'm not sure if that's right. If it's not, we will switch it up. But for now, that's how it's going to go. So let's have fun, and I can't wait to see if any of you guys can beat me in a game of Wizard's Chess.